Hey, Mark Daniel here. We're in Reading, Pennsylvania at the home of Mingus Magic, owned by Wayne Shifflet. And Wayne is going to be with us for the first time in many, many years at KIDabra in August. And by the way, I want you to meet Wayne and see a little bit of the wonderful flower products that he builds today and that he will have with him. And this is did I mention this is a rare opportunity? This is very exciting. So now over to Wayne. Mingus flowers. Yep. This is a neat. There's a lot of history here. Can you tell us a little bit about the origin of all of this?
Well, from what I understand, Leroy started the shop about 70 years ago.
Leroy Mingus.
Leroy Mingus,
yeah,
the original founder, back in the early to mid 40s. And he also manufactured other props besides feather flowers.
Yeah.
Tables, cigar magic, card magic, a lot of other things. In fact, I have a whole issue of Lincoln Rings from 1947 that has his different advertisements in it for various products besides feather flowers.
Very cool.
I'm not sure when he got into the feather flowers, but I started going into a shop in 1968.
Right.
Right after high school, I'd go and hang out.
And he still owned it? He was there?
He still owned it. He was in the basement of a building in West Reading. And basically, since I was hanging out there a lot, he taught me how to curl feathers, cut feathers, and trim feathers.
Wow.
So he put me to work.
Really? So you were a kid?
Yep.
And coming in, and he hanging around, so he put
took me under his wing.
I love that.
His wing and started making the stuff. But that was in '68.
Now, he is famous, of course, not only just for the feather flowers, but for the botanias.
Yes.
Who invented the botania?
Honestly, I really don't know. I probably should.
Yeah.
But I really don't know who.
Do you think he refined them? Did he invent them himself?
He didn't invent them himself, but he did come up with his own spring mechanism and the way of producing it. These botanias that we use are magnetic. Some botanias have clips on them.
Right.
Some are just pulled out by hand, but Mingus botanias are magnetic.
Really?
So I know that's one of the things that he
was an innovation of his.
And I know the spring mechanism to make the flowers pop up is also his spring mechanism.
Yes. Now the interesting twist to all of the story is that you actually bought the shop from him.
He in 1970, early '76, he took ill. He was 79 years old. He had a heart bypass. Unfortunately, he lost a leg and basically gave up on the shop. And so I offered to buy the business from him. So I bought his name and the rights to manufacture all the feather flower products. And he had a small retail store with one little display case that he sold tricks to, which is how I got started in it. And I took that and expanded that into a larger magic shop, and eventually even had a costume shop for a while. And of course, kept the feather flowers going.
Yeah, and was he happy that you
definitely
that pleased him?
Yes, he lived for another 3 years, and actually after he recuperated, he came back to the shop and worked in the shop until he passed away.
Wow!
Even with his artificial leg, he was fitted with prosthesis. And came back to the shop to work, and he was in every day during the week making feather flowers.
So this is 2013. You've owned the shop now for...
since '76.
Yeah.
So almost, what, 40 years?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the great brick-and-mortar shops
it's one of the
in the
few
United
around.
States.
Yeah. The next closest one, I believe, is Lancaster. I don't believe there may be one in Philadelphia right now, but I know when I started magic there were 6 in Philadelphia.
Here in Pennsylvania,
Now there's one I believe in Philadelphia. So yeah, unfortunately they're
fewer and further, and throughout the country as well. Well, this is very cool. Thank you for a little insight into the history and
I appreciate you and Tammy stopping by and paying us a visit. It's always a pleasure to see you.
And we'll see you again in August.
You will.
Can't wait, my friend.
Great. Thank you, Mark.
Indeed.
Thank you.